begin. So can you just introduce yourself? Tell us your name, your location, and the university that you go to.
My name is Dokun Akintola. I study mechanical engineering at the University of Bristol. So right now I'm currently in Bristol.
Okay. Sorry. So before you went to university, what were the things that you considered when choosing your university? Like, what made you even come to the UK to begin with?
The first thing was the educational quality I would get in the UK. But one thing that was very important for me was being around family. So I always wanted to study abroad, but I wasn't sure, like, should I go to the US, should I go to the UK? But I've got lots of family in the UK, so I felt, this would be the best environment for me to study. So that's why I majorly chose, that was the major reason why I chose the UK.
Okay. And then specifically Bristol University, what made you choose that?
I knew I was going to do engineering, and I looked at the list, and Bristol was up there in the rankings. So that was the major reason why I chose. I didn't do a lot of research. Looking back, I probably should have, but the major reason why I chose Bristol was because it was in the top 5 in engineering. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the major reason.
Okay, so the rank is very important to you.
Yeah, the ranking was very important for me and my family as well.
Okay. So in terms of engineering, before you chose that, like, what were the things you considered in choosing your course before you chose your course?
So back in high school, I was always like the science guy. I loved math, further math, physics, chemistry. Like, it was always my thing. But I wasn't sure. So I knew I was always going to do engineering, but I wasn't sure what field exactly. Like, would it be mechanical, civil, chemical? There are a lot of like fields in engineering. So doing the foundation program really helped me because I was able to talk to different lecturers in different engineering departments, and that helped me decide on mechanical engineering. So I knew I was like a science guy. I love building things. I love thinking, and engineering felt like the best field for me. And I chose mechanical engineering because I did a little bit of research. I was at the university, so I was able to speak to lecturers and students as well. And that was how I chose mechanical engineering, to be exact.
Okay. Could you tell us what exactly a foundation program is and like how it has helped you?
So the foundation program is basically a year before the main university. So university, you have year 1, year 2, year 3 of studying a particular course, while foundation program is like a preparation for that course. So I was always going to do engineering, but my foundation program was in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which are like the major things needed for you to do like an engineering degree. So it was like a preparation for me. Also, I'm an international. I wasn't used to like the way things are done in the UK, like the way the lecturers teach, like different things. And the foundation program was very helpful in making me adapt to this new system.
So you was able to integrate into UK life?
Yeah, easily. It was the best thing for me.
Great. How did you write your personal statement, and can you give like international students some practical tips on how to write a personal statement from an international student perspective?
I think it's pretty similar to how you would write your personal statement as a citizen, I guess. You just have to, it has to be you, it has to be personal. It shouldn't be like you're submitting like a report. Like it should be personal. Like that's the main thing. It shouldn't be like, oh yeah, there are a lot of big words. And also you shouldn't like try and hype yourself too much, because then you're overdoing it. Just be you, say your hobbies. Yeah, it's simple, I guess. I don't think I answered that question well, but that was what I think.
It's fine. That's your opinion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you receive any help from your school when you was applying?
Yes, I did. There was there was a lecturer in charge of that actually. So I submitted, because I was doing the foundation program, I had to submit 2 drafts of my personal statements, and they looked for like errors, advised me on where I could improve. So I did receive a lot of help from university.
Great. So in terms of your accommodation, like how did you choose your accommodation? Like what things did you look out for?
So accommodation was one of the things I really messed up personally, because I didn't do a lot of research. I was just like, ooh, this seems like a good accommodation. It's catered. A major thing was the accommodation being catered, because I wasn't interested in cooking. So I didn't do a lot of research, but that ended up being a bad decision, because I got the accommodation and I realized, oh, this is like 20 minutes away from university. And I had, no, actually 30 minutes, and I had to like take the bus every time, which I didn't like. I prefer like being 10 to 15 minutes walk away from university. So that was one. Also, 2, I realized like I didn't really like the food, the catered food. And because it was a catered accommodation, there were no cooking appliances available at all. So it was a horrible year for me, like based on distance to university and also food.
How did you adapt to that?
I mean, I ordered a lot of food. And luckily I made friends with someone that was in a private accommodation that had like cooking appliances. So I just, when I felt like cooking, I just went over to his, and yeah, we.
Okay. So if you was to advise students, it would probably be research.
I would say, yeah, do your research and think about yourself, what you want. And yeah, there are a lot of like, there's a lot of information on the different accommodations online. So yeah, do your research, think about what you want, and yeah, the decision should be easy from there on.
Okay. What were some of your concerns when you left home?
Concerns, I would say I only had one, and that was missing family. That was the only concern, like probably being homesick. I wasn't too concerned about like culture shock, because I mean, it's the UK. I felt it was going to be easy for me to adapt. So the major concern I had was missing home.
So is family like a very big thing for you?
Yeah, family is big for me.
So it was good that you had family here already. So at least it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, exactly. That was why like family was also important for me in my decision process of going to the UK. Because imagine me going to, let's say, Canada, where I literally have no one. That would be horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. So could you give some tips on students, like to encourage them about leaving home? Like, was it has leaving home been a good experience for you, like in terms of your independence and learning how to become more of an adult and all of that?
Yes. Wait, so are you asking for like advice?
Or just something encouraging, like to encourage them that no, like leaving home is a good thing.
Okay. I mean, the major thing is getting your independence, and there are some things like you need to learn on your own, and leaving home is actually a good opportunity for you to. Leaving home is a very great opportunity for you to grow into yourself. I think as you grow into yourself, like away from, let's say, the environment you're used to, you learn new things about yourself, and you change, you adapt. So yeah, I would say like living home gives you a good opportunity to like grow into yourself, and you get a good idea of who you want to be.
Okay. So tell us about your like first 2 weeks at university? Like, what were some of the things that you wish you had done before you came? Or like even during that first 2 weeks, what were some of the things you wish you had done?
I wish I had done. I can't think of anything. I feel I did everything.
Maybe
2
what
weeks.
about you said that you can cook already, but you wasn't able to even.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing, I kind of arrived late because my application took a bit of time. So I did wish I had the I don't know what it's called, the freshers week. I missed the freshers week, so I really wish I did that because there were a lot of events. Also, there were a lot of there were a lot of opportunities for you to know like the university buildings and stuff. So I really wish I didn't miss the freshers week because I mean that's action packed and you tend to make a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
The freshers week.
But like, how was your experience with making friends? Did you manage to make a lot of friends?
Yes, I mean, at university there are like different avenues you can use to make friends. I mean, you can make friends from your course activities, from your accommodation, from like attending socials. It's actually pretty easy for you to make friends at university.
Okay. So let's talk about your first experience going to lectures and your tutorials. Like, how was it for you? Was it what you expected? Was it stressful?
I think the major thing was I didn't know where my lecture hall was going to be because I literally walked through the building like 3 times before figuring out this is the lecture hall. But yeah, it was exactly what I expected it to be. It was a bit different to what I was used to because in high school you have like the desks and you have like a board and stuff. This was like a massive hall with lots of students that you didn't know. So it was a bit weird in that aspect, but it was exactly what I expected it to be. The lecturer came in, taught, and yeah, you leave.
Okay. What was some of the expectations that the lecturers had that you wasn't ready for? In terms of like assignments and work.
Yeah, we were given a lot of projects in the engineering department. The engineering department is big on like giving you a lot of individual projects, and I wasn't used to doing a lot of experiments and stuff. So it was something I needed to adapt to. I didn't realize it would be project based. I was just expecting like examinations, lots of exams and a bit of projects, but that caught me out. I didn't expect it to be a lot of projects to be involved, individual projects as well. So I needed to learn what they wanted, how they wanted reports to be, and also how to like phrase different terms in engineering and stuff. So I needed to adapt to that.
How did you manage to adapt in the end?
One thing that helped was the foundation year, but also the university provided a lot of past reports that I could look at, and also speaking to your lecturers helped a lot. So at universities, you are assigned a supervisor that you meet with weekly, and I would say take good advantage of that because you tend to ask a lot. You can ask any question, literally anything, and they provide lots of help. So that was how I was able to adapt to the new system.
Okay. So what are some of the things that like people should take advantage of apart from their main studies?
So I would say the different societies, different extracurricular activities organized by the university, the experience as well. Like university is not about like getting a degree. There's different things you could do. I think in my personal statement I said I worked on building like a race car. I'm a huge race fan, like Formula One, NASCAR and stuff, and this was something I never thought I would do. And at university, I was able to join the Formula team and do something that I never thought I would be able to do. Also, like societies, I think there's like a kayaking society, canoeing society, there are different things you can do. So you shouldn't be like focused on studies alone, like enjoy the experience. The university, trust me, every university provides lots of extracurricular activities you can do just to um, have fun and learn new, have new experiences.
Okay, that's great. So overall, why do you, sorry, my throat.
Bless you.
Why do you think it's sorry, it's fine. Why do you think it's a good decision to come to university in general?
Um, Getting a degree is one of them, but going to university isn't about getting a degree. It's about the experience as well. You tend to develop a lot of skills you need further on in your career, like teamwork skills, communication, interpersonal skills. These things will help you later on in your career. Also, making friends, living life, like experiencing life. Yeah. So going to university I feel is a very good idea because you develop yourself, you learn skills, you meet new people, and you also get a degree, which is
okay. So do you have any final advice for students, international students?
Don't be worried, I guess, because if you're international, you're probably coming from a different country. I think the whole culture shock thing is exaggerated. I feel you fit in fine. Just be social, like don't stress, have fun. Yeah, and also, like I said, make good use of your time. There are a lot of things you can learn. Like it's not all about like getting a degree. Like develop yourself. Yeah, I think that's the advice I can give.
Okay, thank you very much.
Reach out to your life